Dear friends, I'm Rajiv Gupta and I'm a lawyer by profession. Today we are going to discuss who is a Hindu under the law. Before we get into the definition of Hindu, we need to understand that the political parties and even the public in general are demanding the application of Uniform Civil Code. Uniform Civil Code is the law which is applicable to all the citizens of India. It will not differentiate between Hindu, Muslim, Christians, Jews. It will apply equally to all the citizens. There will be no personal law. Uniform Civil Code is a broader perspective. But before we delve into Uniform Civil Code, we need to understand who is a Hindu. Who do we call Hindu under the law? There are so many misconceptions which are there in the society. After this video, I think those misconceptions will be clear. We call ourselves law abiding citizens, so we'll have to abide by the law, and we cannot differentiate between sects. And we need to understand who, who exactly is meant by the term Hindu. So I'm referring to Hindu Marriage Act, Section 2 of Hindu Marriage Act. So I'll just read it out for you guys. The Section 2 of Hindu Marriage Act says, 2(1)(a) says, this act applies to a person who is a Hindu by religion in any of its forms or developments, including Virashaiva, a Lingayat, or a follower of the Brahmo, Prarthana, or Arya Samaj. This, uh, this is what Section 2(1)(a) says. Now let's come to 2(1)(b). It is applicable to any person who is Buddhist, Jain, or Sikh by religion, and to any other person domiciled in the territories to which this act extends, who is not a Muslim, Christian, Parsi, or Jew by religion, unless it is provided that any such person who would not have been governed by the Hindu law or any custom or usage as per that law in respect of any of the matters. So, one thing is very much clear here that Hindus include Buddhists, Jains, and Sikhs. This particular act, Hindu Marriage Act, applies equally to Buddhists, Jains, and Sikhs, and to any person who is not a Muslim, a Christian, a Jew, or a Parsi. So, if we talk about Sikh religion, there's an act called Anand Karaj. Sikhs can get married under that act, and even the certificate issued by the Gurdwara where they get married is is legal, and that is acceptable. Now, if we say that if the marriage was solemnized in Anand under Sikh law, under Sikh ceremonies, so what would be the recourse of law in respect of that marriage? Despite the fact that marriage was performed under Anand Karaj Act, still that would be considered under Hindu law. Any of the legal rights flowing out of that marriage, that would be under Hindu Marriage Act. In case the wife has to claim maintenance, in case the man or the woman, they have to claim the custody, or the divorce has to be given, those all proceedings would be under Hindu Marriage Act. There is no Sikh Marriage Act, and there is no Buddhist Marriage Act, and there is no Jain Marriage Act. Everything will happen under Hindu Marriage Act. So, law here is a binding factor. Law says that Hindus are Sikhs are also Hindus, Buddhists are also Hindus, and Jains are also Hindus. So once we understand this particular fact, we will also understand the fact that this thing is applicable to our society as well. If we call ourselves law-abiding citizens, then we have to abide by this law. This law is very much clear. It does not say that Sikhs are not Hindus. It does not say Buddhists are not Hindus, and Jains are not Hindus. So, moment we understand this particular law, not only marriage, this is applicable to Hindu Succession Act as well. Tomorrow, if a Sikh family or a Buddhist family or a Jain family has to go for partition, they'll have to file the petition under Hindu Marriage Act. There is no separate law for them. So, as far as Hindus are concerned, there's a uniform civil code as well that existed since 1955 in respect of Hindus. Everybody is included in this. If we go by this particular section 21C, I'll read it again. It is also applicable to any other person domiciled in the territories to which this act extends, who is not a Muslim, Christian, Parsi, or Jew by religion, unless it is provided that any such person who would not have been governed by the Hindu law or by any other custom or usage as part of that law in respect of any of the matters dealt with. Now, it further says, the following persons are Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, or Sikhs by religion, as the case may be. Any child, legitimate or illegitimate, both of whose parents are Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, or Sikhs by religion. So, law makes it very, very clear that the definition of Hindu is very wide. It is very, very wide. It includes everyone. It includes Buddhists, Jains, Sikhs, SCs, STs, OBCs. Everybody is a Hindu. Everybody who's staying in India, who is a citizen of India, and who is not a Muslim, Christian, Parsi, or a Jew is a Hindu. So there's no point of differentiating among sects. There's no point in saying that if there's a Sikh person, he belongs to a different religion, or if there's a Buddhist, he's from different religion. They all are Hindu as per law. So if we go by the law, again I'm saying, being law-abiding citizens, if we go by law, all are Hindus. So I think things are very much clear. Before we go for uniform civil code, we first need to understand what law says about Hinduism and who is a Hindu. So that part is taken care of. Now in uniform civil code, what we have to do is, we have to include Muslims, Christians, Jews, and Parsis. Then there will be one code, there will be one law which will be applicable to all the religions. There will be no separate laws for say Muslims or Christians or Hindus. So everybody will be governed by one law. I think today's video will benefit those who had some confusion about what Hindu is and who is a Hindu. तो आज के वीडियो से सभी को ये क्लियर हो गया होगा कि हमारे जो सिख भाई हैं या हमारे जो बुद्धिस्ट और जैन भाई हैं, कानून उनको भी हिंदू ही मानता है. कानून के लिए वो बराबर हैं। कानून उनमें कोई डिफ्रेंशिएशन, कोई भी उनको अलग नहीं मानता। कानून में सभी बराबर हैं। और मुस्लिम्स, क्रिश्चियंस, ज्यूज़ और पारसीस को छोड़ के जो भी भारत में रहता है वो सब हिंदू हैं। और अगर किसी का कुछ पर्सनल लॉ, उनके कुछ लोकल लॉज अगर ये कहते हों कि वो अलग अलग रिलीजन में हैं, तो वो कुछ एक्सेप्शंस हो सकती हैं। नहीं तो सिख, बुद्ध, बुद्धिस्ट, जैन्स, एससीज, एसटीज, ओबीसीज, इवन जो हमारे आदिवासी हैं, सभी हिंदू रिलीजन में आते हैं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।